Okay, children, welcome again. Good morning and hope you are well, fit and fine, healthy. So, let's begin the another topic arguments against democracy. Arguments against democracy means the debate we have seen that students were saying that it is not that everything is good, so we should follow. Everyone is following, so we should follow. So, there are some arguments against the democracy. We'll see what are they. So the conversation has most of the arguments that we routinely hear against democracy. In our country, we know that we have democracy, but sometimes the peace and calm is away from that. Every day we listen some kind of news which disturbs us. So what they are, let's see. Uh, Let us to go over the some of these arguments. Leaders keep changing in the democracy. Leaders keep changing. You see that comment come and go, and people, the leaders generally they changes, and this is idea of instability. This leads to instability. Instability means stability is not there, keep changing. Democracy is one kind of comment in which the leaders are keep changing. So democracy is all about the political competition. During the election time, you see that what kind of competition take place in our country. So and it's a power play. Power play means game of money, muscles power. People have you can say factionals with them, and they hire them, they give money for winning the election. So there is no scope for morality. Sometimes morality is abolishes from that particular form of comment. Recently election took place in our country. You have seen what kind of system was there, what kind of situation was there at that time. So many people have to be consulted in the democracy, is that leads to delay. So many people, generally when we discuss the institution, like in the coming chapters, you will see that singly decision is not taken. If prime minister, president is taking any decision, we see that particularly we know by some you can say some treaties, some new rule regulations. So it is not by singly, generally it looks, but it is not. Generally with a discussion it took place. Generally the discussion take place in parliament. Some discussions are taken place in among the minister. Some discussion is usually between the prime minister and the presidents. So it is not singly taken, it's taken, it is consulted within the members, within the people, and it leads delay. Like when we talk about judiciary, we see that one of the case which starts in many years ago, now till the time it is continue. Reason behind is that single if decision is taken by, so it can be settled down, but it delays. So sometimes democracy is that it's consulted, it leads to delay, means the decisions come late. Elected leaders do not know the best interest of the people. It leads to the bad decision. Sometimes, in want of money, name, and fame, people start contesting election, but they don't have any idea about the countries, the people situation, the problems of them. So, democracy leads to corruption, and it based on electoral competition. Generally, it's based on corruption. It is said the corruption, we can see the money is lavishly spent over the campaign of election. So generally, it is based on corruption and electoral competition. Ordinary people don't know what is good for them. They should not decide anything. Sometimes, in the following shape, people cast their vote. They don't have any good uh, decision making power, and they don't know anything about the detail, the background of the leaders, and they cast their vote and they bring such kind of government which is not acceptable by the people. Sometimes there was a time when India has seen that none of the party was able to rule. So there was the coalition system. These all terms we will discuss in the coming segment. So this was all about the argument of democracy. Let's have a discussion or description all these points. So are there some of other arguments against the democracy that you can think of? Which of these arguments applies mainly to democracy? Which of these can apply to misuse of any form of comment? Which of these do you agree with? That means apart from these all six, there can be many arguments. So clearly democracy is not the magical solution, because the problem we have seen, the children were saying in the group or discussion that there is poverty, there is corruption, Okay, so all these things we are going to discuss. So this democracy is not a magical solution for all the problems. It has not ended poverty. We know that 70 years after, we have poverty in our country, we have corruption in our country. So it is not because of democracy. Democracy provide certain good rule regulation for the country, but depends on the people, the leader, how they are following. So in our country and in other parts of the world, democracy as the form of government only ensures the people take their own decision. This does not guarantee that their decision will be good. People can make mistake. Involving the people in these decisions does lead to delays in the decision making. It also true that democracy leads frequent changes in leadership. We cannot deny by this कि leadership comes quickly in our country or in democratic form of government. Frequently change in leadership, sometimes this can set back big decision and affect the government efficiency. तो कई बार हम देखते हैं कि in any most of the countries the people don't accept the form of democracy. Why? Because of the corruption, because of the dispute, conflict, so and so. So these arguments show that democracy of the kind we see may not be the ideal form of the government, but that is not the question we face in real life. The real question is that we face is different. The democracy is better form of the government that are there used to there for us to choose. Means if we see that monarchy, dictatorship, okay, and other forms of government, to democracy is one which we can have and which we can choose. Reason behind, because it provides certain platforms to rule, to participate, to the people, to the leader, or to the you can say we have certain things where we can exhibit ourselves. So this was all about the discussion. So argument for democracy, in that particularly we'll see argument for democracy like China. We discuss all these points in form of some references and features. So China famine of 1958 to 61 was worst recorded famine in the world history. Nearly 3 crore people die in this famine. During those days, India economic condition was not much better than China. So yet India did not have famine of the kind like China had. Economics think that this was the result of different government policies in two countries. We recently learn about China, what kind of government is there, that is communist government, and here we have democracy. So different two countries we are talking about here. The existence of democracy in India made Indian government respond to food scarcity in the way that Chinese government did not. Means the existence of democracy in India made the Indian government respond to food scarcity. Means we know at that time that food scarcity we had, but we fought with this problem in a way that Chinese government did not. But China did not. Like famine means like one of the main you can say epidemic took place because of lacking of food. So the point out that large number of scale famine has ever taken place in independent democratic country. If China had two multi-party elections and opposition party in and a press free exercise, sorry, to criticize the government, then so many people may not died in the famine. So means is here that in India we have democracy, we have multi-party system. Some party who rule the country, other party who don't win, they generally sit in opposition. So that's why opposition is having a right to check the work of government. If it is checking and remembering the government that what is right and what is wrong, so that can be some problem avoided. But in China it was not. Only you can say one party was there, and because of one party nobody was there to show the mirror that what is wrong and what is right for the country. So this example brings out one of the reason why democracy is considered the best form of government. Democracy is better than any other form of government in responding the needs of the people. Generally the government think over the people, means what the people's need and demand. In non democratic government uh, may and can respond to the people's need. There is no any need of that, means government do not think over the problem. So the democratic government may can respond to the people's need, but it is all depends on the wishes of the people who rule. So generally in democracy, when it's the wish of people who are ruling and the rulers do not want to rule, if the rulers don't want to, they don't have to act according to the wishes of the people. So this happens, what happens in China. So a democracy requires that the rulers have to attend the need of the people, means whenever they are elected by the people, this is the priority, this is the responsibility, accountability of the government, that they should consider, they should understand, they should attend the people and their need. So democratic government is a better form because it is more accountable. One word is very very important, it is more accountable. Accountable means responsible, answerable to the people, because they have been elected by the people. They are, if in government they are minister, they are MLAs or MPs, because of the people, because they have elected them. So it is the it is the first duty of them to think uh, on behalf of the people, not their own self basis. So this was the first main characteristics which we have discussed. In the next video, we'll discuss another arguments, the characteristics regarding why democracy is the best form of government. So I leave this video here. Thank you and goodbye.